So expecting more students to join. Let us start with the lecture. Yes. तो जैसे मैंने आपको कहा था कि we are discussing transformer under no load condition. So it means secondary side is under no load, and if the secondary side is under no load condition, the secondary current which passes through the same side is equal to 0, and therefore we get only the terminal voltage, and that terminal voltage is also called as no load voltage. So we can call that voltage as voltage under no load condition. So secondary voltage, no load voltage, etc. Now we get only current which passes through on the primary side due to the supply voltage given V1. So due to this supply voltage V1, the only current which passes through on the primary side, that is I0, and this I0 is called as no load primary current. It's called as no load primary current. But as I said in yesterday's class, this I0 when passes through the respective winding, that is primary winding, when it is passes through primary winding, the effect of that current is that effects of that current are two. First current which develops the magnetization, that is flux, and we represent that flux by phi m in case of transformer. And another is it develops heat in the winding. So magnetization get developed surrounding the winding, and then it links through the core, and heat is developed in the winding. So whatever the heat develops due to the current and magnetization due to the current, those currents are named separately. It is represented with the separate representation, and the representation is I0 having two components, and one component is called magnetizing current IM, and another component is called as working component of current IW. So flux is developed due to the magnetizing component, and heat is developed due to the working component of current. Okay. So now we have to represent these currents, and hence the other parameter like voltage we are in the phasor diagram. So phasor diagram is always plotted. Phasor diagram is always plotted in between voltage and current. So now what we have to do, we have to make the phasor diagram considering voltage and current parameters. So first step while making this phasor diagram is to draw the reference. Now reference phasor is drawn for the flux. You can see this flux is on the reference axis, or flux is the reference parameter to make the phasor diagram. Second, to make the phasor line for E1 and E2, that is induced EMF. And this E1 and E2 having a phase shift of 90 degrees, that is cleared from the expression for the EMF. E is equal to EM sine of omega t minus 90. So that indicates that EMF is lags flux by an angle of 90 degrees. So therefore E1 and E2 is having a phase shift of 90 degrees, and as it is on the negative direction, therefore that indicates it lags voltage by an angle of 90 degrees. Okay. Then after making this E1 and E2, we have third phasor line to make, and that is of voltage, and that voltage is nothing but the V1. And as we know, this V1 and E1 is having a phase shift of 180 degree, because both are in opposition, which is represented with the negative sign, minus sign, right? So this E1 is V1 is it is drawn on the positive y-axis. So this is the phasor line for V1, and these two are the phasor lines for E1 and E2, that is induced EMFs on the transformer or across the windings. Now fourth parameter which we have to make, the currents. Now magnetizing current and working component of current. So magnetizing current is basically the responsible current to develop the magnetization. So that magnetizing current is drawn on x-axis, that is reference axis. And fifth is the working component of current. Now, working component of current depends or it is responsible to develop the heat. Now, heat equation is given by I square R. We generally write the heat equation, that is heat loss, by I square R. As we consider resistance in the equation, therefore, we have to apply the phasor relationship of the pure resistance. So for pure resistance, voltage V1 and working component IW having a phase shift of, like say, I just say flux is equal to 0 degree. So phi is just a representation between that is the phase angle between V1 and IW. And as this is representing loss component, IW is representing loss component. Therefore, this loss component, it is drawn on the voltage axis. So that phase angle between these two parameters, it is equal to 0 degree. So we now are getting IW and IM. Now what you have to do, as I already said, this I naught is the phasor addition. Now I can write the expression is I0 is equal to IM plus IW. IM plus IW. Can anyone tell me what is this law, or what is the name of law which indicates this particular equation? Can anyone tell me the name of the law which indicates this particular current equation? Anyone? Okay, this particular equation can be written by using Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. Okay, KCL आप लोग जानते हो कि it is the summation of current. तो यहाँ पर जो आपका I naught डेवलप हुआ, I naught की वजह से दो करंट डेवलप हुए. क्यों? क्योंकि हम लोग कह रहे हैं कि मैग्नेटाइजेशन कोर में है, जो कॉइल के आसपास भी है, और कॉइल में हीट है, यानी वाइंडिंग में हीट है. सो दिस कॉइल का हीट एंड कोर का फ्लक्स is developed due to the two different currents, that is magnetizing current and loss component of current. So I naught is equal to Im plus Iw, and that Im plus Iw can be written by using KCL. So now how we represent in the phasor diagram? Just by making the parallel lines, you just see the parallel lines which are drawn here. Okay, so you get one point that is called as intersecting point, and join that intersecting point with O, so that you can get I naught. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to measure the angle between voltage and current. Where the voltage lies, that voltage lies on positive axis, and current is the resultant of Im and Iw. So that phase angle is angle 1, and that phase angle 1 represents the phase angle between voltage and current, that is V1 and I naught. So this is your complete phasor diagram. Now, what all parameters are represented in this phasor diagram? As I already said, you have to represent voltage and current. So first we consider the reference parameter, that is flux. Then we consider the EMF, and EMF is nothing but the voltage. Then voltage V1, then currents Im and Iw, and lastly we have said that total resultant current is I naught, and I naught is the summation of Im and Iw. I naught is the summation of Im and Iw. Okay, so the phase angle between Im and Iw, the phase angle between Im and Iw, sorry, the phase angle between I naught and V1 is fine. Okay, now if I just want to write the expression here, that expression can be written. Just see. So the expression can be written as P naught is equal to supply voltage V1 multiplied by I naught into cos of phi naught. So in short, what we wrote, we just wrote the power equation for this no load transform. Okay. So P naught is indicating the power under no load supply voltage on primary side, no load primary current, and phi naught is the phase angle between V1 and I naught. So from that we are getting this particular equation, P naught equal to V1 I naught cos of phi naught. Okay, so this is what the equation. Now I naught can be written like यहाँ पर I just now I have to write the expression for IM and IW. So can you tell me this particular phase angle? This red mark phase angle. Can anyone tell me how much is the value of this particular phase angle? The angle between IM and I now. Can anyone tell me angle between IM and I now? Okay, I just clear you that phase angle. Don't you think it is 90 degree minus phi naught? Because the phase angle between I naught and IW is phi naught, and therefore the phase angle between I naught and IM is 90 minus phi naught. It is 90 minus phi naught. Okay. Now I have to write down. So I just make again that phasor diagram. But instead of saying phasor diagram, I just call that as a current triangle. जैसे हम लोगों ने इसके पहले वाले यूनिट में triangles बनाए थे, like impedance triangle, power triangle, right? Voltage triangle. Same way यहाँ पर मैं आपको ड्रॉ करके दिखा रहा हूँ. That is current triangle. Okay, and what is that angle? This angle is 90 minus phi. This is 90 minus phi naught. Okay, so now we have 90 minus phi naught. Now we have 90 minus phi naught, right? Okay, now 90 minus phi naught. So can you tell me cos of 90 minus phi naught and sine of 90 minus phi naught? We have only last two lectures left, so I think I just expect that the student will answer to this particular question so that we can have the interaction. Can anyone tell me the trigonometric formula cos of 90 minus phi naught and sine of 90 minus phi naught? Anyone? Okay, now cos of 90 minus phi naught is, I think, opposite side upon hypotenuse or adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Can anyone tell me? Okay, cos of phi, generally trigonometric formula आपका क्या होता है? Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Now, what is the value of adjacent side? It is IM. Correct? Okay? Okay. So adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Correct or wrong? Fine. So hypotenuse is I naught. Student, if you don't speak, it is of no use attending the classes. In fact, in higher semester, I generally don't allow students to attend by keeping themselves mum, and it is of no use. That's why I always say this online mode is of no use for the students. Fine. Now, I naught into cos of 90 minus phi naught. So we have to find out the value of cos of 90 minus phi naught. So can anyone tell me what should be the value? See, it is expected that the student will answer. Otherwise, what is the use of this attending classes ना? अगर आप इतने हो तो आप लोग क्लास ज्वाइन क्यों करते हो? Like why you join classes? Okay, so it is cos of 90 cos of phi naught plus sine of 90 sine of phi naught. Now cos of 90 is 0. Therefore, this particular term, first term becomes 0. Sine of 90 is 1, and therefore what you get is sine of phi naught. So it is sine of phi naught. So what is the expression for magnetizing current? It is I naught sine phi naught. Similarly, Sine का trigonometric formula, it is opposite side upon hypotenuse. Opposite side upon hypotenuse. Now, what is opposite side upon hypotenuse? Opposite side to this sine angle is IW and hypotenuse is I naught. Now, what is IW? IW can be written as similar way. I naught multiplied by sine of 90 minus phi naught. Now, similar way, if we find out sine of 90 minus phi naught, it gives you sine 90 cos phi naught minus cos 90 sin phi naught. So again, cos 90 is 0, sin 90 is 1. So therefore, you get cos of phi naught. Cos of phi naught. So this is the expression for getting IW. This is the expression for getting IW. Okay. So now we have the formulae. IW, I naught can be written in this pattern also. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं, this can be written I naught is equal to under square root of IW square plus IM square. Under root of square root of IW square plus IM square. Okay, so therefore we have that. Now we have already got the expression for IM. We already got the expression for IM. Now we can make the circuits. Like there is the equivalent circuit generally drawn from that. I don't want to give you that equivalent circuit because unnecessary. It will create your, it will increase your confusion. Okay. So I think that's all with this. That's all with this transformer under no load condition. So now I just want to give you the न्यूमेरिकल. हम लोग एक या दो न्यूमेरिकल्स इसके सॉल्व करते हैं. आज न्यूमेरिकल्स आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड टू सॉल्व, so I just take simple numerical to get the final value. Okay, so heading as no load phase. This particular notes and everything is already shared on your Google Classroom. Okay, so guys, just check this expression. ये हम लोगों ने लिखा है लॉस वर्किंग कंपोनेंट ऑफ करंट, दैट इज IW इक्वल टू I naught cos phi naught, and मैग्नेटाइजिंग कंपोनेंट ऑफ करंट IM इक्वल टू I naught sin phi naught. Okay, I naught is equal to square root of IW square plus IM square, and this okay, and this is P naught का equation, V1 I naught cos phi naught. Okay, now let us take this numerical. So इस न्यूमेरिकल के आंसर्स मैंने यहाँ पर दिए हुए हैं, so you can take those answers as a reference. Let us solve. Yeah, now all of you just keep calculators ready so that we can solve this numerical. So what quantities are given to us? The no load current of transformer is 5 ampere. What it indicates? I0 is equal to 5 ampere. No load current उन्होंने कहा है इसका मतलब 5 ampere, and that itself indicates this particular numerical is on transformer under no load condition and at 0.3 power factor. अब इसका मतलब 0.3 power factor आप देख सकते हो कि power factor उसका कितना कम है, right? It is generally 0.8, 0.9, 0.85 ये power factor आपका रहना चाहिए, and for pure resistive load it must be unity, right? But this particular power factor is very low because transformer is under no load condition. Cos of phi naught is equal to 0.2. Okay, can anyone tell me, as I don't have calculator today with me, okay, I just check whether I do have one. Okay, yeah, I do have. So what is the value of phi naught? Can anyone tell me? Still it is open. Cos inverse of 0.3, and you have to tell me in degrees. So I am getting 72.5424. Okay, now we don't have whether it is lag or lead because that particular information is not given in the numerical, but generally it is coil related, so it must be lag. Okay, when supplied at 230 volt, इसका मतलब यहाँ पर आपको voltage कितना दिया हो? It is supplied at 230 volt, means V1 is 230 volt. Frequency 50 hertz. Okay, now you have to solve this particular numerical within 1.5 minutes. Then आपको 1.5 मिनट में इसको solve करना है. Number of turns of primary winding. So number of turns यानी आपको क्या दिया है? N1. So it is equal to 200. अब यहाँ तक की information है, इसका मतलब और जो हो रहा है कि it is on under transformer under no load condition. Maximum flux in the core. Fine. अब phi फाइंड करने के लिए आपको कोई पुराना फॉर्मूला अगर यूज करना है तो वो यूज कर सकते हैं. Maximum flux यानी phi. ठीक है. Don't get confused with the angle and the flux. This is basically representing flux, and this is basically representing phase angle. This is representing phase angle. Okay, so don't get confused with this. Phi flux and phi naught is phase angle. Okay. So then Power loss. Now in this particular case, whatever the power we calculate, that is nothing but the iron loss. So directly you can write down P naught. Then magnetizing current, IM. It is magnetizing current. This is representing magnetizing. Now phi m, how we get the value for phi m? Phi m is generally given by the two equations. Phi m is equal to, it is in Weber, so it is Bm into A. But we cannot use this equation as flux density and cross-sectional area. Both the parameters are unknown. Now we have another equation to understand. E1 is equal to 4.44 F phi m N1. तो अगर हम लोग ये एक्सप्रेशन यूज करें तो आपको क्या मिलता है? 4.44. फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना है? 50 हर्ट्ज. Okay, multiplied by phi m, the value of phi m that we have to find out, right? So keep that phi m multiplied by N1. Here number of turns are given, it is 200. It is equal to E1. E1 is nothing but the V1. And what is V1? Is 230 volt. Because still we don't have the voltage drops का formula here. So voltage drop हम लोग यहाँ पर क्या कर रहे हैं? Since voltage drop considered to be a 0. Okay, so now implies the value of phi m can be calculated. So how much time you need? Only 1.5 minutes you have to solve this particular numerical. Okay, so phi m is equal to 230 upon 4.44 multiplied by 50 multiplied by 200. So what do we get? This 230 divided by 4.44 multiplied by 50 multiplied by 200. So it is 5.18. Now I just write this in final value. It is 5.18 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, so I just convert that quantity in milliweber. So I am getting 5.18 milliweber. अब कन्वर्शंस मुझे नहीं लगता कि आपको फिर से बताने की जरूरत पड़ेगी. व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ phi m? 5.18 milliweber. So we have done the first part of this particular numerical. Now we need second quantity. So now we need the value of second quantity. And what is second quantity? Core loss. Now core loss can be written as P naught. So P naught is equal to V1 into I naught into cos of I naught. In fact, student must be active in this in the numericals, because I think that numericals are an interesting part as compared to theory in any of the subject. So V1. Now what is the value of V1? It is 230. What is the value of I naught? Do we have I naught given? Yes, it is 5. Do we have cos of I naught? Yes, power factor 0.3. Don't you think this is very very simple? और ये अगर numerical आ जाता है ना, तो like within 30 seconds you can solve the numerical. So the value of value is 345 and its unit is in watts. And this is nothing but the core loss. So core loss is represented as PR. Core loss is represented as PR. Here I have written it as P naught. So PI and P naught both are same. That we will clear in OC and SC test if we get the time. So iron loss is nothing. Iron loss or core loss. Iron loss यानी जो iron material में loss होगा उसको हम लोग iron loss कहते हैं. या core material में होगा तो उसको हम लोग core loss कहते हैं. So iron loss or core loss. So this is what the answer. Now what I need is IM, magnetizing current. अब magnetizing current के लिए फॉर्मूला क्या रहेगा? अभी हम लोगों ने डिराइव किया I naught into sin of phi naught. अच्छा, इसको आप लोग याद कैसे रखोगे? आप लोग जो यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम दे रहे हो, वो यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम या जिस कॉलेज में आप जिस कॉलेज से बिलोंग करते हो, that is in Maharashtra state. So generally you can take that reference. MS stands for Maharashtra state. So whenever you write the expression for IM, that IM must be equal to I naught sin of phi naught. यानी IM sin. IW अगर आपने IM sin लिख लिया तो IW क्या रहेगा? Cos. So IM is equal to I naught sin of phi naught. Okay. So I naught. Now I naught का वैल्यू कितना है? What is the value of I naught? 5 ampere multiplied by sin of phi naught. अब sin of phi naught यानी क्या है? Sin of 72.5424. यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी हम लोग ये phi naught फाइंड कर चुके हैं. Phi naught 72.5424. So it is equal to. Now what should be the answer? Let us check. 5 multiplied by sin 72.5424, and the answer to this magnetizing current is 4.77 ampere. 4.77 ampere. That's all. Okay. Okay. तो ये simple तरीके के numericals आपके आ सकते हैं on this particular topic. Now any question, any doubt on this? एक बार रिवाइज कर देता हूँ. आपको जो न्यूमेरिकल है, इट इज ऑन नो लोड कंडीशन, बिकॉज हियर नो लोड करंट इज गिवन, इट मींस इट इज ऑन द नो लोड कंडीशन ऑफ द ट्रांसफार्मर. So the values are 5 ampere and 0.3. So I naught 5 ampere, cos phi naught 0.3. 0.3 से हम लोग फेज एंगल को कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, phi naught. Then supply voltage on primary side, that is V1 with a frequency 50 Hz is given. Number of turns on the primary winding is mentioned, that is Ny equal to 200. We have to find out three quantities: phi m, that is flux; P naught, that is iron loss or core loss; and IM, that is magnetizing current. Now phi m can be calculated by using Pm into A, or phi m is equal to E1 upon 4.44 F into L1. Put all the values there, get the value for phi m. Now we are calculating that value in milliweber. So 5.18 milliweber. Then P naught is V1 I naught cos of phi naught. So putting that value, putting the values of the known parameters, then IM, that is magnetizing current. So that gives me this. Okay, so that's all. कल की क्लास में हम लोगों ने EMF के ऊपर न्यूमेरिकल देखा था. आज की क्लास में हम लोगों ने नो लोड के ऊपर न्यूमेरिकल देखा होगा. Okay, now this is another topic which is very very important. इसके ऊपर न्यूमेरिकल पूछा जाता है जनरली 6 या 7 मार्क के लिए, लेकिन आपके केस में 1.5 मिनट के लिए अगर 2 मार्क का न्यूमेरिकल पूछना है तो उसका भी एक तरीका है. that I'll just tell you, but before that I just want to brief this particular topic, and the name of the topic is, or the question which is generally asked on this topic is, explain working of practical transformer. And what is mean by practical transformer? It means transformer is under no load condition. Another way of asking this particular question: transformer is a constant flux device. justify. Okay, so let us start with the explanation. Now, in first case, we have first diagram to explain. जिसमें हम लोग कह रहे हैं there is a open circuit. What is meant by open circuit? There is no load connected on secondary side. There is no load connected on secondary side. Now, if there is no load connected on the secondary side, it means that the secondary side I2 current is equal to 0. When I2 current, there is secondary current is equal to 0, we have only two parameters, that is E2 and V2, that are nothing but the voltages. Supply voltage is given on the primary side. That supply voltage is V1. So when this supply voltage V1 is applied to the primary side, the current under no load condition is I0. That induces EMF E1 on primary due to the flux and E2 on secondary. Number of turns as N1 on primary and N2 on secondary. Now, due to induced EMF E2, we get another voltage V2 on the secondary side. Now, this flux links between primary and secondary winding. So, flux links between primary and secondary winding. Flux links between primary and secondary winding. Okay. Now, this is what the initial diagram which we have. But what we have to study practical transformer. It means under no load, under on load condition. So under on load condition. So now what happens? Primary supplies a no load current I0, which produces a flux in the core, that we understood. Okay. Now what we are doing? We are connecting load here. As soon as load get connected on the secondary side of the transformer, that allows secondary current I2 to pass. That allows secondary current I2 to pass. Now, this secondary current I2 develops its own magnetic field. जैसे यहाँ पर हम लोगों ने कहा था कि current, primary current I0 जो है, एक खुद का magnetic field develop कर रहा है, and that magnetic field is represented as flux. उसी तरीके से जब I2 पास होगा, तो I2 की वजह से एक खुद का flux develop होगा, and that flux is phi2. You can see here, it is phi2. But the thing is, the orientation of flux phi2 and the orientation of flux, initial flux phi, both are in opposition. There is opposition between both the fluxes. Both the fluxes are opposite to each other. Both the fluxes are opposite to each other. Now, if both the fluxes are in opposition, if both the fluxes are in opposition, अगर वो दोनों flux opposition में है, then what is the effect of that flux? That reduces the resultant flux. Or we can say, instead of calling resultant flux, I just say due to this opposition, phi2 reduces the initial flux. The initial flux phi get reduced. So phi2 reduces initial flux. That is phi. अब initial flux क्या develop कर रहा है? Initial flux is developing it induces EMFs E1 and E2, right? So अगर flux कम हो रहा है, as we know, E is directly proportional to d phi by dt. ये हम लोग जानते हैं from Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction. So if the flux is reducing, the EMF also get reduced. So here E1 get reduced, E2 get reduced. Now what is the effect of reduction in EMF E1? The supply voltage V1, which is constant, and E1 is reducing. E1 is reducing. So what we get? V1 minus E1. This difference get increased. See, E1 is reducing, V1 is constant. Sorry, V1 is constant. So when we have constant value and another parameter is reducing, जैसे अगर मेरे पास phi एक constant है और मेरे पास पहले E1 का value 2 था, so I can write it as phi minus 2 as 3. But if this 2 is reduced to 1, this V1 is constant, that is 5. तो 5 minus 1 becomes 4. इसका मतलब क्या है, अगर आपका नेगेटिव वैल्यू रिड्यूस हो रहा है तो जो सब्ट्रैक्शन है that subtraction get increase. So here you can see it is increased. So this V1 minus E1 increases. अब V1 minus E1 अगर इंक्रीज होता है इसका मतलब क्या हो रहा है, पोटेंशियल difference increases. If potential difference increases, it means we get increase in current, and that current is represented as I2 dash. So just see. When the transformer is loaded, the current I2 flows through secondary winding and produces MMF of N2I2 and sets up its own flux Phi2, which opposes flux phi. Okay, so hence flux Phi2 momentarily reduces main flux phi, due to which primary induced EMF E1 also reduces, and hence voltage difference V1 minus E1 circulates additional current. And what is that additional current? That additional current is I2 dash. अब ये I2 dash कहाँ पास हो रहा है? That I2 dash passes through the primary side. So this I2 dash passes through primary side. So now we have two currents, I0 on primary and I2 dash on primary. And दोनों का summation जो होगा that is I1. So I1 जैसे हम लोगों ने पहले लेक्चर में ट्रांसफॉर्मर के लिए कहा था, यहाँ पर अभी वो I1 मिल चुका है, but I1 is what? It is the summation of two currents, I0 and I2 dash. So I1 is equal to vector sum of I0 and I2 dash. अब I2 dash की वजह से क्या होगा? I2 dash की वजह से यहाँ पर और एक फ्लक्स पास होगा, that is referred as phi2 dash. Now what we have? Phi2 dash is in the same direction of phi. Phi2 dash is in same direction of phi. Phi2 dash is in opposition to phi2. Phi2 dash is in opposition to phi2. So what we have? We have now phi2 dash and phi2 both get cancelled with each other. Phi2 dash and phi2 both get cancelled with each other. And when both the parameters get cancelled, we get only left flux is phi. Only left flux as phi. Okay, and that's why we generally say transformer is a constant flux machine. We generally say transformer is a constant flux machine. Okay, so this is now the phasor diagram, but I just don't want to take that phasor diagram because unnecessary that will increase your confusion and आप लोग उतना नहीं पढ़ पाओगे, and it is not expected to have that phasor diagram in the examination. Okay, now one more parameter, that is efficiency. आप लोग जानते हो कि efficiency is written as what? Output upon input. I think all of you know what is meant by that efficiency. Efficiency is always written as output upon input. So if the definition is asked in a multiple choice question, so efficiency of a transformer is defined as the ratio of output power upon input power. Output power upon input power. So efficiency can be written as output power upon input. If you want, you can just go through this derivation. That derivation will be, it is available in the notes. आपको सिर्फ वो एक बार देखना पड़ेगा. If actual load is half full load, then this we have. Okay. Now, okay. Condition for maximum efficiency इसका भी derivation है. You just go through that derivation. Okay. Now I just want to introduce these equations. This is your first equation. This is another equation. Okay, and ऊपर में एक आपको ब्रैकेट में दिया हुआ है, that is third equation. Sorry, this one, lower one. This is your third equation. Okay, so this is what the efficiency under no load condition. So I think that you have to do. यहाँ पर आपको सिर्फ एक याद रखना है, कंडीशन फॉर मैक्सिमम एफिशिएंसी. जनरली इसके ऊपर मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन आता है. कंडीशन फॉर मैक्सिमम एफिशिएंसी. It is iron loss is equal to copper loss. Iron loss generally takes place in iron or in core material. So therefore it is called as iron loss or core loss. And copper loss generally takes place in the copper, that is winding. So many times that is also referred as winding loss. So copper loss. So iron loss and copper loss, when both are equal, we call that condition as maximum efficiency condition. Condition for maximum efficiency. Okay. Now another point is what is KVA rating. ये already मैं कल के क्लास में न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करता हूँ, आपको बता देता हूँ that KVA stands for kilovolt ampere. Kilovolt ampere. Okay. So kilovolt ampere. जैसे कोई भी एक quantity मेरे पास अगर है, if I have to convert that quantity into kilo, it means what I have to do? I have to multiply that quantity by 10 raised to power 3. जैसे अगर मेरे पास एक कोई क्वांटिटी है 5, that 5 को मुझे किलो में कन्वर्ट करना है, तो what I have to do? I have to adjust this 10 raised to power 3, right? And 10 raised to power 3 can make that quantity as kilovolt ampere. It means that 5 becomes kilovolt ampere. So okay, forget that. I just share the equation. KVA, volt ampere माने voltage, ampere माने current, volt माने voltage, ampere माने current, divided by 1000. Now, as there are two sides, therefore V1 I1 primary side and V2 I2 secondary side. So KVA is given by this particular equation. V1 I1 multiplied by V2 I2. V1 I1 divided by 1000 equal to V2 I2 divided by 1000. So this is referred to primary and this is referred to secondary. Yes, guys. In fact, I am also not like comfortable as I have to complete the topic and I have to like make hurry to complete your syllabus within say 2 or 3 lectures. So it becomes really difficult. It was good that yesterday I got one extra lecture, so extra lecture में मैं आपको कुछ तो complete कर पाया. So this is what your ट्रांसफॉर्मर अंडर ऑन लोड कंडीशन हो गया आपका. मैक्सिमम एफिशिएंसी उसका मैंने कंडीशन आपको बता दिया. कंडीशन फॉर मैक्सिमम आयरन लॉस इज इक्वल टू कॉपर लॉस. वाई ट्रांसफॉर्मर रेटिंग इन केवीए किलोवोल्ट एम्पियर. वहां पर आपका एक्सप्रेशन दिया हुआ है. I1 FL is equal to KVA rating multiplied by 1000 divided by V1. Okay. तो ये आपका I1 F इक्वेशन आप लोग बना सकते हो. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो दिस इज योर एक्सप्रेशन. And ये एक्सप्रेशन आप इसी एक्सप्रेशन से डेवलप कर सकते हो. Like if I have to write the expression for I1 or I2, I can write this one. Now explain OC and SC test on transformer. So open circuit test is generally conducted on secondary winding of the transformer as well as short circuit test. So tests are generally conducted like जैसे आपके टेस्ट होता है, class test, sectional examination, university examination are nothing but the tests which are conducted. It is only to conduct the it is only conducted to check the efficiency of the human being. Same way it is to check the efficiency of the machine, because humans have developed those machinery. So to check the efficiency of the machine, the tests are conducted. Now to conduct the test, we need to do the measurement. So जैसे हम लोग measurement करते हैं कि भैया वोल्टेज से वोल्टमीटर से वोल्टेज मेजर हो सकता है, एमीटर से करंट मेजर हो सकता है, wattmeter से पावर मेजर हो सकता है. So that meters are connected, voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter, to check or to measure the voltage and current and power.
Excuse me.
So this is what.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible. Just a second. कितने समय से विजिबल नहीं है?
From last 6
कितने
to
समय से
7
visible?
minutes.
Okay, 6 to 7 minutes. Fine, चलो ठीक है। यहाँ पर मैंने आपको केवीए रेटिंग बता दिया, जस्ट आई गिव यू द आइडिया। कंडीशन फॉर मैक्सिमम एफिशिएंसी आपको बता दिया। आयरन लॉस इज इक्वल टू कॉपर लॉस, यहाँ पर मैंने लिखा हुआ है। केवीए रेटिंग इज गिवन बाय V1 आयरन अपॉन 1000। इट इज आल्सो इक्वल टू V2 I2 अपॉन 1000।
Now also it is not
we know
visible, sir.
now also it is not visible.
Yes, now we can see.
Visible, sir.
ओके, तो मेरे ख्याल से आपको जहां से नहीं दिखा होगा तो हो सकता है इसमें भी क्वेश्चन। यहाँ पर मैंने कहा था कि एफिशिएंसी क्या है, एफिशिएंसी दिख गई थी उसको। ओके, क्या आप लोगों ने ये देख लिया था? फ्लक्स ये बता दिया था, ये हो चुका है। ओके, तो एफिशिएंसी इज गिवन बाय आउटपुट पावर अपॉन इनपुट पावर बता दिया था। यहाँ पर एक डेरिवेशन है, छोटा सा डेरिवेशन। कंडीशन फॉर मैक्सिमम एफिशिएंसी इज आयरन लॉस इज इक्वल टू कॉपर लॉस। Iron loss is equal to copper loss. Please remember that. Then transformer rating is given by kVA. Even generator rating is also given by kVA, kilovolt ampere. So kVA is equal to V1 I1 upon 1000, and it is equal to V2 I2 upon 1000. Okay. Now explain open circuit and short circuit test on transformer. Transformer tests are conducted. Open circuit test or no load test. Okay. Now open circuit test is conducted on secondary side. As well short circuit, okay. So now voltage, voltmeter reading, ammeter reading, VSC and ISC, that is short circuit reading में आपको पता है क्या है equations and voltage regulation. Okay, the thing which I wanted to share is this one. हो सकता है because we cannot predict कि आपका BW का पेपर कैसे रहेगा, multiple choice and sectional examination. So therefore I just want to, okay, in fact this particular notes are already shared, so I just want to say like that, you please refer Google Classroom. Google Classroom, you will get all the things, everything on the Google Classroom. Even for the preparation of your final examinations, you have to refer the Google Classroom. Continuous assessment, last assessment will be conducted tomorrow. Okay, this is your voltage regulation. Voltage regulation में ये है आपके expression. Generally voltage regulation क्या होता है, brief just आपको कर देता हूँ. Voltage regulation यानी means the change in voltage. जैसे if I say I have a transformer, primary winding and secondary winding connected. Primary winding and secondary winding connected. Okay. Now first we keep no load. सबसे पहले जो आपका रहेगा it is no load. So under no load condition, whatever the voltage we measure, that voltage is V2. And under no load condition, generally we say E2 is equal to V2. And that voltage is called as no load voltage. That voltage is called as no load. Okay, so E2 is equal to V2, no load voltage. Okay, then when the load is connected to the transformer, जैसे आप यहाँ पर load connect कर देते हो, तो load connect करने के बाद, as soon as you connect load, after connecting that load, the current starts passing through the circuit, but that reduces V2. Transformer under on load, that reduces the value of V2. So जैसे V2 यहाँ पर reduce होगा, you get another parameter which is called as V2 on load. So how V2 is no load voltage and V2 is full load. So therefore voltage, जैसे हम लोग कहते हैं ना कि voltage drop, अब voltage drop या voltage change क्या होगा, तो voltage drop is E2 minus V2. E2 minus V2. Now if someone asks me what is the change in voltage, what is the change in voltage? So change in voltage is E2 minus V2. E2 minus V2. Now someone asks me percentage change in voltage. If someone asks me percentage change in voltage, so percentage change in voltage, how this is written? E2 minus V2 divided by E2. E2 minus V2 upon E2. That gives you the percentage change in voltage. Okay, you can see this expression E2 minus V2 upon E2 into 100%. So then voltage regulation, basically these equations are written directly because you don't have the derivation. जैसे efficiency का derivation आपकी class में है, आपके syllabus में है, but you don't have the derivation to this voltage regulation. So direct equations are written. हाँ, इतने big equations are not going to be asked in the multiple choice questions. You have to, but just go through that equation. दिमाग में कहीं ना कहीं रहे. अगर गलती से equation के ऊपर कोई MCQ आ जाता है, then you should be able to, right? So I just suggest you to go through that. Okay, losses के बारे में already मैं कह चुका हूँ. There are two takes place. One is called as core loss and another is copper loss. So that core loss and copper loss are both the losses are written there. Okay. So I think I just closed today's lecture. Tomorrow we'll be having the last lecture. So tomorrow I may discuss numerical part, the remaining part of unit number 3, that is 3-phase AC. Depends on the time. But before that, do you have any query on this? It's 12:29, only 1 minute left. So I just need, do you have any query on this? Okay, so if you don't have, just start putting the attendance, roll number 1 to 10. Roll number 1 to 10. Then roll number 11 to 20. 11 to 20. 21 to 30. 21 to 30. 31 to 40. 31 to 40. 31 to 40. Okay, 41 to 50. 41 to 50. Then 51 to 60. 51 to 60. 51 to 60. Then 61 to 65. 61 to 65. 65, Yash. और कोई बाकी है? मुकुल, why you are putting attendance?
Sir, slow network.
Fine. So I just stopped the recording.